Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Brennan again. I'm back in the car, about to be back in the gym after a good week off or so in Vegas. Now, initially I was going to do a mock meet when I got back, but I thought I'd already taken a week off, and since my meet had gotten canceled, and I typically take a week off after a meet, I didn't really want to waste any time. I wanted to get right back into training. I feel like I'm ready, so that's exactly what I'm going to do, so let's get to it. Alright, first working set here on back squats, 425, goal was to get 5 reps. Just to point out a couple things that you might notice as well, I'm wearing my Reband knee sleeves this time, so the blue ones, and not my black SBDs. And the reason is because my SBDs were still wet from the wash. I washed them yesterday and they're not dry yet, and it's not because I wanted to better match my outfit. Despite what you may think, you probably know that for the most part, my outfits never match. So that's why I'm wearing the Rebands today. You also might notice my voice is a little bit off, both here and in the car intro. I haven't been feeling well the last 2 days for some reason, and I'm not sure if I can attribute that to being in Vegas the last week and living out of a suitcase. Maybe it's the fact that on Friday and Saturday I ate less than 2,000 calories each day, just didn't have time to eat. Maybe it's the fact that I'm still trying to readjust to being on the East Coast time zone, or maybe I'm just a big old bitch. And I'm kind of thinking it's the latter. As you see this second set here of 450 pounds, again, the goal here was to just get 5 reps. So this felt extremely heavy, and the way I'm really trying to work this today, as you probably notice, is I didn't have BBSM in the title. That's because I'm kind of straying from the program a little bit. I spent the last 20 weeks being coached by Dan, which was awesome. However, what is not awesome is paying for that 10 weeks at a time, each time at $350 a pop. So I took some things that I learned from the program, and I'm going to try to craft my own version of it and incorporate some things from some other programs that I really like. As you see my third set here of 480, again, the goal is to get 5 reps. So the way this breaks down today, these 3 working sets were actually based off a percentage of my max. First set being 75%, second set being 80%, and this set here being 85% of my 1 rep max. And again, the goal here was to get 5 reps each. So basically kind of like a 3x5. What you'll notice the next couple of weeks is that I'm going to really be experimenting with my programming just a bit. So some of the stuff that I do may or may not stay in this program, but I'd like to put together some kind of a comprehensive guide and eventually come out something similar to my full program, but this being more of an advanced routine for powerlifting in general. So after those 3 working sets, I moved on to 3 working set of pause squats. The goal here was to get 5 reps each, and again, working with percentages. This was my third set, so this was the heaviest that I went, 340, and the goal was to get, again, 3 sets of 5 reps each with a pause at the bottom, using more of a high bar, closer stance squat. And you can tell this lets me get a little bit deeper. Having some focusing issues in this actual view. I was playing around with some settings on the camera, as I have been the past couple of videos, so trying to learn more about the camera I'm using and trying just to get some better shots and a little bit of the editing process. This one looks pretty flat to me, but again, learning things going forward is half the fun, and that's really why I put together that why do you train video. I wanted to try experimenting with some things. So from there we moved on to 3 sets of glute ham raises, and I wanted to give this a shot because I haven't really been utilizing this piece of equipment in my gym. You can see here that my form is not very good. Ideally, I want to get my hamstrings to my back, my posterior chain a lot more straight, but again, by this point, I was fried. So I think if I can get better at this, it's really going to help me going forward and translate well to a lot of my other lifts. From here, we then moved on to 3 sets of everybody's favorite exercise, the incline chest-supported dumbbell row. I kept this fairly light in this case, only using 80-pound dumbbells, and I did 3 sets of 12 each. As always, if you want to find out more specific information on these workouts and more in-depth info, you can always follow me in Fitocracy, as I list everything in there, including warm-ups, but just giving you guys a little bit of a taste of this new program coming up that I'm trying to really figure out. Hope you enjoy it, and as always, thanks for watching, and in the meantime, stay big.